I'm not gonna say this. Definitely not gonna say this. Hi, ma'am.
Hey, okay.
Hi, love bug.
What's happening?
I am actually in the middle of recording a video.
Oh, bye.
I'll call you back.
Okay, bye.
And I'm definitely using this in the YouTube video, just so you know.
Oh, well, hey, y'all. Hey, girl.
Alright, Diamond, I'll give you a call later.
Alright, bye.
Bye. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is my introductory video to give you a little bit of information about who I am, what I do, granted that is in the title, and where I plan on going from here with this YouTube channel. So I'm hoping to give you a little insight, a little peek, and to get you to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more updates and videos that I'll have out soon. So yeah. So today's video is a little bit of a discussion. I absolutely love what I do, and I really didn't think I would as much as I do right now in the moment, knowing that travel has been impacted so severely from COVID-19. I guess I was one of those that believed, you know, we would be stopped flying for a couple months and then that'd be it. But I'm not gonna lie, and I would be lying if I didn't say I am terrified to know what the future holds for the airline industry. As some of you may know, I am only 4 years in. I got this job in March of 2016, or I got the, as everybody calls it, the CJO in March 2016, and then I was on the line in May. I went through 8 weeks of training that, if I could compare it to something, it would be a semester of college. Just one semester of college condensed into 8 weeks. The amount of things you're required to learn, from the different aircrafts that we carry, to, you know, how to get some, you know, 100+ passengers out of an airplane in 90 seconds if it's on fire, or if we've crashed, to how to take care of someone who may have passed out on the plane. I didn't know how much I really liked this job, and I think I may have taken it a little bit for granted a couple times, because I was one of the people who literally got it on my first try. And I know people talk all the time, Delta is so hard to get into, you know, it's easier to get into Harvard than it is to get into Delta. And I've heard stories of people who've tried 3, 4, 7 times, you know, and still didn't get through. And I literally got, and I'm not bragging at all, because trust me, I've had a lot of ups and downs with this whole thing, but looking back, I think this was like made for me to do. I want to say God definitely had his hand in pushing me into this direction, which is so funny, because I used to think that flight attendants were just servers in the sky. I graduated college and I was working as a server at Olive Garden, and I remember that day. I was in my room, I was going to work, coming back, going to work, coming back. I wasn't really making the money that I wanted to make, and I had just graduated college, so I had been applying to a lot of entry-level positions, because I went and got my degree in biology. Let me just put that out there. I went and got my degree in biology, had a minor in Spanish, and I wanted to get into the healthcare profession. I wanted to get into healthcare administration. And I remember for like the first 6 months after I graduated, I was applying to everything, and I was not getting called back. And I was like, what is going on? Like, hello, you know? And so I think I had drove my mom nuts. I'm pretty sure I did. But I remember, you know, she's saying to me, think outside the box when you go to apply. I applied to be a ticket gate agent because that was the position that was open. And I'm originally from New York, so they had a position in New York, and I was like, oh my God, this is my chance to move back to New York, have the life that I want, because I wanted to be in this city life. And I applied. I got the video introduction, or the digital video, and literally the day that I finished the video, or the digital video interview for the ticket gate agent position, I just happened to randomly go on their jobs, and there it was for flight attendant. And it just so happened, one of my friends from college, Diamond, who I was just on the phone with actually, she had been a flight attendant for about a year or some change. And I was like, I wonder if maybe that's what I should do, you know? So I applied, didn't think anything of it, didn't even get excited. I was just like, okay. Got a digital interview, did the digital interview, got the face-to-face interview. And at the time, like how everything happened, it was slow, but it was at the same time quick. Like for me, it felt like years, you know, to hear back from them. But in the grand scheme of things, when I look back, it was maybe about a month, maybe 2. So yeah, I got the face-to-face interview. I went in. I was so nervous. I was a kid, but she eye-tailed like, oh my God, I'm here. You know, like, this is serious, this is real. And I remember being there and meeting people, and you know, I was just so excited. This was like huge. Because granted, I had been applying for so many jobs, so to finally get this interview and to get this far, and knowing that people say all the time, you know, it's so hard to get into Delta, I was just like, you know, okay, we did this, we'll see what's gonna happen. So I remember in the face-to-face interview, after we had did everything that we're supposed to do in the interview, I think it was like 4 different steps, we ended up, they put us all into a group and they called our names individually. And so they called me and they told me to go into this room with other people. I had did some research on Glassdoor, so in that moment I kind of knew. I was like, I think I got it. And so we go into the room and it was about maybe 20 of us, 30 of us. No, it had to be like, I really can't remember the number, but I mean, that doesn't even matter. The point is, they pulled us in and they were like, so we just wanted to pull you in to get some more information, some feedback on how you think we did. And I'm like, nah, y'all gotta be kidding me. Y'all not trying to find out how, no. But in my mind, I'm thinking that, but what I'm gonna say is, yeah, y'all did an amazing job. Honestly, I've thoroughly enjoyed this interview process. And then they turned around and they were like, we're just kidding. You guys got the CJO. And I was like, oh my God. You know, and so in that moment, I was like, I got the job. I got the job. You know, and I didn't think anything of it. But technically, you got the job, but you're not an official flight attendant. So fast forward through 8 weeks of training. I started March 21st. The first day of training was March 21st. And then 8 weeks of training, I graduated in May. And I had to keep quiet about it. That was the hard part for me because I wanted to tell everybody, but there's just so many factors that can happen within your training, which, you know, unfortunately the reality is you could fail. You could get kicked out. Something could happen that you don't complete the training, and if you don't complete the training, you don't become a flight attendant. So I kept quiet about it, and like I said, I graduated in May, and I got on the line. I feel like it was God's divine timing, because I legit have been saying since I was in college that I want to go back to New York. Like, I want to live that city girl life. I want to be in, not city girl, be in the city girl. Let's clarify that real quick. I wanted it so bad. I feel like I like spoke it up because I said I'm going to go back to New York. And I got the job. I legit got the job. And then when I went through training, I got the base. I got New York as my base. And when I tell you the excitement I felt like God had finally was like, all right, here you go. Here's your little piece of happiness. Take it and be grateful. And I just, honestly, the lifestyle that has come with this has been a challenge. This is not for the faint of heart. This is not for people who wanna just travel. I just want to go places. Because it's not really, that's not the only thing you're doing. You're interacting with customers from all walks of life, from young to old to, you know, every race. Like, you're essentially, it's like their caregiver in the air. So I went through the whole process, got the job. 4 years later, here I am, and I kind of no longer work for Delta at the moment. I won't be flying for the next 3 months, and it's a little bit like something to get used to. I took a 3-month leave because I wanted, of course, to help the company out. You know, we're all on hard times, and who wants to go without a job? No one. But the uncertainty of the virus on top of, you know, passively bringing it home to loved ones was not an option for me at all. So this video for me is to explain the significance of the picture that I posted on my Insta story not too long ago of my luggage. And the reason why I posted that is because essentially I am hanging up my uniform and hanging up or putting away my luggage. I just want to make sure that I take every step and precaution that I can take to ensure that I don't bring this virus home to anyone that I love and care about, and myself as well. So for the month of May, June, and July, I will be here still doing YouTube videos, uploading content that relates to traveling, answering any and all questions that you may have. And yeah, I'm excited. And it just gives me a chance to prepare for when we do go back to traveling, because I can't wait to take you on places that I go, whether they be domestic or international. I'm just excited to show you what I see, what I go through on the planes, you know, what the whole journey's like. So please do like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram as well for some great content that's about to come your way and change how you view what the lifestyle is like for a flight attendant. I do want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that on this journey that I'm currently going through, you guys can get a glimpse of what it's like to be a flight attendant, and especially a Delta flight attendant.